going on, guys? We got Nate behind the camera. It's Chris here with Mad Soaps today, and we're in Severna Park, Maryland. Got a beautiful day with weather and a view. Check that out.
Beautiful.
Today I want to talk about something called protecting and cleaning what's an engine cover. This is actually clear coat most of the time if it's not just straight painted on there. This is a Mercury 250. In this case, there's extremely light scratches, swirl marks, something you would see in clear coat of a vehicle or in a brand new boat. So what we're gonna do is kind of explain how most companies, what they do is they'll take like a magic eraser, bleach, degreaser, anything like that, or even compound in a lot of cases, and just create more scratches trying to clean it and make it shine. Yes, it'll shine for maybe 2 weeks, but as soon as that polish leaves or that protective coating leaves, it's gonna reveal itself and just be swirled and scratched. And that's not saying you don't hit anything or anything hits your motor cover. All right, guys, so we're on step number 1, clean microfiber rag and extremely diluted IPA alcohol. So it's, again, not abrasive. There's no chemical disturbance to this. If it's clear coat, we're not gonna ruin it. So we're just gonna clean off all that surface layer dirt, anything that might get in the way of us buffing it. And you can already see a ton coming off on here. So for video purposes, I'm gonna strictly stick to top left, top right panel, and above the 250 and the Mercury logo right here. I'm gonna flip that, look at that. That's just surface.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna flip it, brand new side, go over one more time, really clean off the surface. All right, guys, step 2 after the diluted IPA prep. So now that this is extremely clean, there's nothing sitting on the surface. You can hear that there's no more need for removal of top layer dirt, bird poop, anything like that that might have just been sitting on here, or even salt. So now that all that's gone, we're gonna skip to something called Stark Hyper Hold. Now, this is no abrasives. This is strictly just a sealant with UV protection. It's gonna sit right on this pad. This is an orbital, so it's gonna have a little bit of a throw to it, and that's gonna correct a bunch of scratches and swirls that you'll be able to see in direct sunlight. This is a Porter cable, and you never ever wanna use a rotary buffer unless you're, wet sanding and correcting, but today we're just putting a polish on here. So there's a ton of different methods. You can do 4 dots, 5 dots, 2 dots in the middle, spread it on here, applicator. I like to do my little smiley face. With a little nose, maybe some eyebrows if you feel like it. Again, this is just a polymer. There's no cutting agents, no abrasives, anything like that. A lot of people, what they like to do, or a lot of detailing companies or just detailers, they take an applicator like this one right here, and they put the product directly on there and spread it evenly. But again, everyone has different methods to do it. My method is just to spread it directly. That way we're not putting a dry pad with no product on it. So it's both on the surface that you're buffing and on the pad directly. Make sure it's really spread in so you're not flinging chemical and wasting product. I'm gonna start it at a low speed. Make sure it's spread around. Not too much pressure, but enough pressure to give a throw. You see how that orbital moves out and to the side? That's called a throw. Move it around, make sure you get all crevices, any turns, corners, anything like that. And if need be, we can always do it by hand as well. So again, this is just for video purposes. Otherwise, I would have lifted the boat and done the whole thing and also gotten into the raft to do it. As soon as this is all spread, and again, I'm keeping it on a really low speed because all I'm doing is laying a polymer on. I'm not cutting into it. There's no need for super high speeds or any high levels of pressure, anything like that. Slow and steady, make sure it's on there. All right, so that's good. All right, guys, step number 3, the final step is to remove the polymer coating that's laid on there. If you can see, it kind of almost looks like snake skin on there, the way that the polymer has left swirls from the orbital, but these are good swirls. That means that it's laid on there correctly and evenly. There's not areas on here that are layered or too heavy with polymer, and some areas that don't have enough. This is evenly layered. And if you zoom in, you'll be able to see exactly how shiny and new this motor looks.
Ooh.
And this is clear coat. So that is how you can treat your vehicle paint. You can do this even on gel coat if the gel coat's not oxidized. There's different methods to everything, but for this, no cutting, just polishing.
Looks great.
That looks brand new.
Like a mirror.
Like a mirror.